Hello and welcome to this walkthrough of your new WhosOff account. During this session we're going to show you how you can navigate throughout the system as well as how you can book your own time off and some other useful features. Not forgetting, of course, there are mobile applications that you can download from the respective Android and iPhone application stores. These are free to download and act as companion apps to the main web version. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to log into the WhosOff account and we're going to go to the WhosOff calendar, which is the first page you can see in front of you. This particular screen is incredibly useful because it gives you a month-by-month overview of initially your department, but you may have the opportunity to select to view the whole company. This is all dictated by your account super user, but you will be able to see anyone's holiday or other types of absence that you have been allowed to see within the system. There are some useful options on the right hand side of the screen which will allow you to go throughout the course of the year into next month, as well as far in advance as you possibly need to go. You can also go backwards throughout the course of the year as well. There are also some filter options at the top of the screen which can help you navigate throughout the WhosOff calendar as you see fit, as well as an export option and a print option on this page. Moving away from the WhosOff calendar and going over to our dashboards, this dashboard allows you to view information that is relevant to you. So for example, here we have a widget which allows us to view our leave entitlement for this year. These widgets are all customizable, and you can do that by clicking on the Edit My Dashboard option. This will allow you to introduce additional widgets up to 6 at a time being displayed, and each widget slot allows you to select from a predefined list which is respective to your user level in WhosOff. So, talking a bit more about these widgets, we've seen this one here which is our leave entitlement. We've also got a nice overview of what's happening for us over the next 7 days, and we can even request leave directly from here as well. But as we said, you can add additional widgets if you needed to, or you could literally just have one widget shown at any one time. We're not going to book leave using this request leave tool via this particular session, but what we're going to highlight to you is the quick access menu that you can access on any page when you are logged into your account. This is incredibly useful if you want to have a look at the WhosOff calendar at the same time. Perhaps you have targeted some time off to be in October. As you can see, we are not currently booked off for this week in October. So what we're going to do on this page is use the quick access menu, click on Submit Leave Request, where we can then select the appropriate leave type we would like to book. This list of leave types is going to be made available to you by your super user. By selecting your leave type, you can then choose your start dates. So we're going to book off the last week of October. And then our duration. You can book off either all day, half a day AM or PM, or you can even book longer than 1 day, which is what we're going to do here. And then we can select our end date as the 29th of October. You can also put a note in which will be displayed to your approver or line manager when they receive the email after you have submitted the request. Upon clicking check details, you will notice that even though we have requested 7 days off in total, including the weekend, the system recognizes that I don't work on the weekend, and therefore only 5 days will be deducted from my allowance on approval. If I'm happy with this, I can click on Submit Leave. After then updating the WhosOff calendar, you will then see the leave request appear in the system. As you can see here, we've highlighted this stripy leave request, and that indicates that the request is currently pending, in contrast to a more solid colour where it indicates the request has been approved. We can then close the request leave form, or if we want to, we can submit a new leave request. Shortly after the leave request has been submitted, your approver will receive an email prompting them to take the appropriate course of action. We can then return to our dashboard and show you how responsive the widgets are in terms of the allowances widget in particular. We can see here that we previously had 17 days available to book, but because of the 5 days of pending leave that we have just submitted, we now currently only have 12 days available to book. This wheel gives you a really nice instant graphic of how much you actually have available, but there is a further breakdown just below if you wanted more information. With regards to leave that you have already booked, you can always access your leave requests via the My Leave tab at the very top of the page on the dashboard, or by accessing the Leave menu on the left-hand menu and by going into the My Leave option. This then allows you to review any leave you have already requested throughout the course of the year. You can as well use the filters along the top of the page to locate a more specific leave request if needs be. If you have any pending leave requests, you are able to send a reminder to your approver. This will generate an email and send it to the approver, prompting them again to take action on this request. If, however, you have changed your mind about a forward planned leave request, you can then click on the cancel option. This will still send an email to your approver, but it will cancel the request from the system, and any allowance will be reimbursed where appropriate. You can also request leave directly from this page as well as export your data or print it in a nice PDF format. Help is never too far away. You will notice that there is a help section on the left-hand side of the page, which will give you access to a wealth of knowledge-based articles, which are again all relevant to your user level. You also have a contact line manager option directly through here as well, and you are welcome to send an email into our WhosOff support team. However, we may be limited as to what we can assist you with, so it's first best to try and contact your line manager where necessary. Thank you very much for watching, and we wish you well with your WhosOff account.